Let's take another question. Soby, great to have you with us. Thank you very much for raising your hand. And could you unmute yourself, please?
Thank you very much, Mr. Tracy. May I ask you about strategic planning on corporate level? Could you outline the key elements of a strategic plan for presenting to a board? What should be the deliverables? How detailed it should be, very lengthy or ideal length? And where can we find like a standard format? Because as you mentioned, it has so many details and so many research. And as a consultant, we lost in parallel analysis or being very short or precise. Thank you very much.
Well, I hope that you have this workbook because I wrote down all the answers to your questions. And there's a very famous story with regard to Dwight Eisenhower, who led the D-Day invasion, which involved hundreds of thousands of troops on either side. And they spent something like 2 years planning the invasion. And then they were successful in 1 day. And they asked him, what effect did the plan have on your success? He said the plan was completely useless. He said, there's a saying that says, no plan survives first contact with the enemy. No plan in business survives first contact with the market and the competition. He said, but the planning was essential. So your job is to take and follow these, and it's almost like fill in the blanks, is answer each of the questions, and these force you to think. And I've taken senior executives of billion-dollar corporations through these questions, and they come out at the end of 3 days with a totally different understanding of their business and totally different ideas on what to do. So the starting point is to think on paper, write down the answers. And if you don't know the answers, do some research, because the quality of your planning is going to determine the quality of your result. And good planning is always done on paper. Write it down, write it down, write it down.